Good morning, and welcome to Winnipeg. Now, if you think yesterday's soup was bad, yeah, cream of lettuce soup, actually it tasted really good, probably because of the spices I put in it. Well, today's is going to be, it's going to be cream of cabbage soup with leftover liver in it. Yeah, I had this liver that I cooked up about 3 days ago in the fridge. And don't worry, it didn't go bad or nothing. About 200 grams of it. No, but about 100 grams of it. There's about 200 calories. Anyway, I boiled some water, put it in my blender, put the chunks of liver in the blender, and I got this blended whatever. I don't know what you call it. It doesn't look good, but I'm sure it's going to add some kind of flavor to the cabbage soup. Okay, enough about the soup. If you're looking outside, you'll notice we had a dusting of snow last night. Now, we didn't get a lot of snow in inches or centimeters, but what happened was the wind blew it into drifts. And quite often it'll drift right in front of my door. So I had to contend with that first thing this morning. The walkers did come by. I could tell the walking was bad. First of all, I noticed somebody going by with a bicycle, and they were pushing their bike. And if you notice, there's snow all, if I remember to dub it in, you'll notice there's snow all caked up on the rims on the inside of their wheel. So they probably had to plow through some deep snow, where yesterday I was able to get out and just motor right along without any problem. But the walkers did come by this morning. They came by about, I'm guessing, 15 minutes later than usual. So the walking was probably not walking, it was probably trudging. Gotta give those folks credit, don't you? Yeah. Rain or shine, snow or whatever, they're out there trudging through it, trying to get to the end of their route where they can turn around and go back. Yeah, I couldn't do that. I know I'm a bit of a routine type person too, but I don't think I could do it every day without missing. Well, yeah, I guess Bridget did seem to miss one day, or maybe she only went part of the way and waited for Dawn to go to the end and come back. I don't know. Anyway, details that aren't important. What is important is that today, I really do believe, military modeler Paul, that we are going to get through step 18 here. I think we'll finish it today. I know I keep saying that, but yeah. Okay, it's garbage day today here in Winnipeg, and the garbage truck is coming. Yeah, here he comes. I knew you'd want to see that, so I just left the camera rolling. Okay, it doesn't take much to amuse us these days, does it, at the model table? Because there's so little model building going on that we have to have all these other things to distract us. No, today I think we'll get through this. We've only got to glue on about 4 pieces. The desk doesn't go on until step 19. In fact, it doesn't even go on step 19 or 20. Well, it goes on somewhere. It looks like they want us to do something with another desk, at least with the top here. Well, we'll worry about that when we get to it. It might be later today. Okay. The rollback is just going to be the bike ride. If you want to fast forward through it, I don't blame you. It looks just like the day before. I mean, how different can it be? No, here's the plan. When I get my new Honda, my plan is to go on different routes. I probably will video absolutely every trip, but I will probably only post a small fraction of them. Only when I go someplace different. Otherwise, they're all going to look the same. Same streets, same houses, same everything. Yeah, just thought I'd throw that in. That's the plan. I was telling Anna at Bill's Cycle that my plan is to review that bike from the perspective of an older person. Not that I'm older or anything, but I wish. But there's a lot of really good reviews on the Honda Rebel 1100 with the DCT transmission. Yeah, it's so, and they're really good reviews. So I don't want to do another review that shows you push this button to do that, and you push this button to do that, and here's how fast it'll go. Don't worry, you won't see that one with me on it. I already know it'll go 160 kilometers an hour. I mean, that's what it's maxed out for. It just throttles back to that. After you very, very quickly accelerate to that speed, it's almost like you take your hand off the throttle. Or 100 miles per hour. Yeah, if you go by miles per hour. And I don't need to try it out to see how fast it'll go. I already know. And it'll be a way faster than I'm going to want to be going. I can tell you that right now. Oh, Missy's here. I gotta go. I'll be back. I'll be back in a minute with the rollback. Hey, let's roll back. Now, I did get out on my e-bike again yesterday, and it was pretty much the same as the day before. I went the same place. It's going to look like exactly the same ride, but no, it was 24 hours later. There was one big difference, and that was it was a lot colder. The little thermometer that was hanging down off of my handlebars, well, it was reading minus 3.1 Celsius. And sometimes it went a little bit colder. Anyway, I was kind of concerned that I might be getting frostbite, and but I didn't. Yeah, it was cold. I wouldn't want to be out on the bike if it was any colder than that. In fact, I'm not going to go out again until it gets a little bit warmer, until it's freezing or above freezing. But below freezing, it's kind of foolhardy, I think. And we got this 20-kilometer wind rushing over your face. Yeah, you can get frostbite pretty easily that way. Anyway, I did get out. Okay, I hope that last scene, my opening scene, wasn't too badly overexposed. It could be that the white areas were maybe washed out, because if you remember, I had opened up my lens 3/4 of a stop for a particular scene yesterday. I think it was maybe one of the last scenes I did. Oh yeah, when I was painting the little handle on this door, and I forgot to change it back to normal. So yeah, but that's the way it goes. I can't do everything right. Now, what I am thinking of doing though is one of the viewers made the comment that you can buy little bottle openers or jar lid openers, and Mr. Hobby actually makes one. I think it's called the Mr. Hobby jar opener or something. Anyway, so I googled it this morning on Amazon just for the fun of it. See how much it would cost to get it. Oh my goodness. What's happened to Amazon? I mean, is Jeff gotten greedy or something? That's terrible. I'm not going to spend that kind of money for something like that. I'm sure I can get it for way cheaper at a hobby store here in Winnipeg. Anyway, then I got to thinking, well, why not make my own? I've got all kinds of scrap wood down in the basement, and I know how to make something like that. It'd be kind of fun. Maybe a sort of a little side trip. Mind you, I do got to get my bike box done. But yeah, I'm going to probably make something that'll clamp on the bottom, clamp on the top. I know how to do it. You don't need to, make suggestions to me, because making stuff out of wood, that's my specialty. Making models sure isn't. Especially if you look at our sink up close, right, Mark? Okay. Let's move on here. What are we required to do here? Okay, we've got all this done. We got this done. Okay, now all it wants us to do is put these pieces on. We've already got the sink in place. we've got the I think that's probably the flusher valve for the toilet. I think that's what that is. And so we've just got to put on the wheel, the door, and this little box. And I still don't know what this is. And sometimes I think it's a speaker box, and sometimes I think it's something else. It's grated for some reason. Yeah. So it's either to let air through or voice through. Okay. Yeah. Let's recompose here and put our pieces on. This one's going to be really easy. I just got to make sure I get it the right way up. Okay, it's got a little bump on the bottom right here, and that obviously has to go down. So, okay, and let's not put on so much glue, Ron, that it's going to just run out into the paint. Okay, let's recompose and do that. Maybe we'll stick on the macro lens. Where's the macro lens? Ah, here it is. Okay, I'm going to stop this where it's going to be the bottom, or the deck will be to your right. And the plan here is, I'm trying to get the lid off of my extra thick, yeah, the Tamiya thick. And remember, this is the applicator that drips. So we're going to just come in here very carefully. See if we can do this on camera now. The idea is I just want to put it on the inside and just let it run down. I'm pretty sure it will. Okay, now. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's seated here. Pardon my grubby thumb. Alright, now let's get the lid back on here before I knock this over and make a mess. And is it oozing out anywhere where it's not supposed to? I don't think so. I think we did good. And we got it the right way up. Okay, let's do something else. Maybe the little wheel has to go, a little red wheel has to go right there. I'll just recompose here a little bit. Okay, we're just going to sort of do a bit of a dry run here. You can see the little pin on the bottom. Yeah, I think it's going to go in that hole okay. It's almost like the hole is too big. Well, let's get some Tamiya thick in there. And the Tamiya thick will also meld. But it will work a little bit slower, and it'll give me a chance. Oh, it's too much. Get some off of there. And that might have been too much too. Story of my life. Oops. Do not ping off on me now. Okay, now I want that little crank on the sort of on the downward side. Sorry about my fingers here. Just trying to turn this without smearing it all over the place. Okay. Trying to get it so that little handle is down. There. More easily, like the deck is to your right again. So if a person was to reach up for that wheel, it should be fairly easy to grab onto, right? Okay, does that look straight to you? Just let me check the monitor. Yeah, it's not bad. Yep, it's gonna have to do. Okay, I still have the macro lens on, but we are pulled back a bit here. And our door as near as I can tell, has to go on something like this. And what makes me think it goes on this way is that if I come along here, you can see there's hinges here and there's slots here. Now, does that, according to the manual, this gets put on just like that. But I was wondering if a person could maybe, and I haven't tried it before. This could be the first time. Will these fit? Yeah, they kind of do. A person could probably glue it in the open position, but I think that the chances of breaking it off are pretty good, and it'll probably look just as good if it's closed, because when a person is looking, like I'll turn this the way you will be looking in on this module, you'll be looking in this way, and if the door is open, it's going to block the opening to the little washroom, which is kind of interesting. So I think we're going to try and glue it on here. It doesn't really fit. You know, there's not like any positioning. Let me use my fingers here. Well, yeah, it almost does. It almost locks into place. And yeah, sort of. Sorry about my fingers, but it's sort of like that. No, that's not it. Okay, that's not too bad. I think it has to come down maybe a little bit. Not really. No, I think that's I think something like that. So now what kind of glue do I use and where do I put it? Because this will be seen from the other side. I don't think there's a door. I don't think a door goes on the other bulkhead. Just for the fun of it, I'm gonna peruse ahead in the manual and just see. I'm just curious right now. Okay, we would actually have to peruse back because the other bulkhead on the other side of this door is the forward torpedo room, and there was no door on it. So this is going to be it. So I wonder if I just put a little bit of glue just along the edge here, very lightly, so it doesn't run in onto the, and then drop the door down onto it. At least that's the plan. Yeah, that's the plan. Now, because I do not know where it's going to touch and where it isn't, like the door might be a little bit warped, I'm just going to try and carefully go all the way around. Ooh, that was too much. Well, good thing it's on the far side. You know, I just realized that I don't need to really worry, because when I touch up, the door is painted the same color as the superstructure, so I don't need to worry about that. Yeah. Yeah, I got a little thick there, but that's all right. If I touch it up, if I see glinting going on, okay. Now, before that dries, and once again, this is the thick, so it's not going to dry quickly. How are we doing here? I'm just trying to line up the hinges, and gotta go a little bit this way. I'm looking basically straight down on it now. Okay, now put a little bit of pressure on there, and I think that's going to basically adhere, and yeah, you can see here where the paint has run a little bit dissolved from the glue. But the side that we're going to look at is the side we're looking at right now, looking in this way. So I don't think we need to worry about that. I may not have to do any touching up here. Does this mean, unless the door falls off, we are done with this step? I think we are. Let's check our manual. Okay, I have given this another check over. And as near as I can tell, 18 is done. If anybody sees that I have missed anything, in the comments below, please. Okay. 19. Okay, 19. We have the desktop, but no desk. Got a bunch of parts to find. Got another bulkhead to get. I think we've already got it and painted it, didn't we? Or was that the flooring we did? J3. Let's see if we can find that. J3. And yes, we did paint it. Okay, so it's just got a bunch of little parts to go on after they are painted and what have you. May as well get the desktop first if we're working from left to right, although I guess this is also left, isn't it? So we've got another desktop, and somebody made the very wise suggestion, why didn't you paint this one when you're painting that one? We do have two desks to make, and I guess, yeah, that would have been a good idea, but I didn't. So, it's not that hard to get out the green paint again, is it? Okay, got something I want to show you first. Here is my cream of cabbage liver soup. Well, 1 liter of it. Okay, I've already eaten about this much already, so I'm going to eat the rest tomorrow. And yeah, and anybody who's wondering, Ron, what did you put in that? Okay, this is it. It's sort of a thing with me, keeping track. Okay, so we got 103 grams of liver, 874 grams of cabbage, 74 grams of vinegar. Maybe that was a little bit too much. It makes it. I use vinegar in place of salt. Wheat bran, 77. Now, unfortunately, I forgot to calculate out the wheat bran, but the wheat bran would be approximately 150 calories. So add 150 calories to this, and that's what the total caloric content of this soup would be. So, yeah, half today, half tomorrow. I'm doing really good. Yesterday, the the lettuce soup, all together yesterday, and I only had 203 calories. I'm back on the wagon again. As the old song goes, he's back on the wagon again. At least I think it was something like that. Okay, let's get back to this here. We still got a little bit of time. Okay, it looks like everything we need is on the K sprue and the L sprue and one of the myriad of Z sprues. We got a lot of Z sprues. This is off the J sprue, but we've already got it, obviously. So yeah, most of them are on the K sprue, and here's that other desktop. May as well just grab it right now, and then we got it. Oh, Missy was just at the door again, so she's been here for her afternoon treat. Okay, now apparently we have to make holes in this. Now they've already got the where the holes have to be made. They just have to be drilled out. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to find out what it is that has to actually go in there and make sure I don't make the holes any bigger than I have to. Okay, what do we got here? 107. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to call it an afternoon here. And once again, I don't know what I'm going to do this afternoon, so I'm not going to make any promises. There might be a rollback tomorrow, there might not. Just depends on how things go. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I get a coffee visitor, and I was just talking to him a minute ago. He says, I'll see you at 3:30, or something like that. So, yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well, we're going to see you tomorrow.